Hi everyone, this is Spiro with Newsbud. As many of you may be well aware, Newsbud has launched a campaign against NBC for their unethical, false reporting. On July 15th, as the attempted coup unfolded in Turkey, a report began to circulate widely that Erdogan was seeking asylum in Germany.
I've just had a note placed in front of me. A senior U.S. military source tells NBC News that U.S. officials are hearing that Turkish President Erdogan refused landing rights in Istanbul, is reported to be seeking asylum in Germany. Can't be good for Erdogan.
In addition to this report, MSNBC producer Kyle Griffin had sent out a tweet reporting the same false information. I went back and did a search through Twitter, and this was the first tweet that showed up reporting this information. In other words, it was the original tweet. NBC and MSNBC both pulled down the reports fairly quickly, but they did so without issuing a public formal retraction. The Kyle Griffin tweet remained up for days afterwards and in itself was cited in multiple different news articles, and it has since been deleted without a formal public retraction. If you do a keyword search here on Erdogan Asylum Germany, you get over 900,000 hits, and these are from mainstream media articles, and they all reference NBC and this false, bogus report that Erdogan was seeking asylum in Germany. The reason why this is such a big deal is because this took place in the critical hours of the attempted coup where nobody knew where President Erdogan was. This bogus information was put out there to influence the public's opinion, to sway the public into not resisting the attempted coup that was taking place. If their leader has given up and was fleeing the country, then what are they fighting for, right? So this is why this is so important. And this is bigger than Turkey. This is bigger than NBC News. This is a huge psyop that Newsbud caught NBC actively engaged in. And this is just page 3. And you can see here's RT citing NBC seeking asylum in Germany. Everyone ran with this and the damage had been done. On July 21st, 2016, Newsbud sent this official letter to MSNBC demanding public retraction. On July 25th, the Turkish embassy in Washington, D.C. sent their own letter to NBC. The Turkish embassy demands NBC redress the unacceptable journalism displayed during the coup attempt, and it was retweeted over 540 times. The Turkish government has also sent a follow-up letter to NBC at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 28th, and they stated it's now been 3 days since we sent our formal request for an apology for the irresponsible and unacceptable journalism displayed by NBC News in airing the false allegations that President Erdogan has sought asylum in Germany. These allegations are still on the internet. As such, we once again request that NBC News immediately issues an official and public apology and retraction. That was coming from the Turkish embassy in Washington, D.C. NBC has refused to answer to the thousands of people who contributed to the #ConfrontNBC campaign. NBC has refused to respond to Newsbud. NBC has refused to respond to the Turkish government. So Newsbud is taking this Confront NBC campaign to the next stage. That's right, we're not giving up. This is a Newsbud call to action. We want all of you who can to join us at NBC headquarters in New York City to demand accountability and ethical journalism. Now, Newsbud and the supporters will demand public explanation and retraction from NBC on their scandalous false reporting. This will be taking place next Thursday, August 4th at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern, at NBC World Headquarters, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, New York. Newsbud team will be there, and we're encouraging all concerned journalists, activists, and members of the Turkish Diaspora to join us and demand a public explanation and retraction from NBC, because media accountability and ethical journalism matters. News with integrity matters. The time for action is now. We can't allow the mainstream media to get away with their weaponized propaganda. And this is not only a Turkey issue, this is a global issue. We're all being subjected to these lies and these psyops on a daily basis. Newsbud will be traveling from the West Coast all the way to New York City to make this happen. We understand that many of you will not be able to make the trip, but everyone in the New York area, that's Boston, Philly, New Jersey, if you can get there, hop on a train, join us. If you can't make it to New York City, and you're in the Midwest, go to Chicago. Go to the NBC headquarters at 454 North Columbus Drive in Chicago. Go into their building, film with your iPhones, your cameras, live stream if you can, and demand public retraction, demand answers. If you're on the West Coast in Southern California, you can do the same around the Los Angeles area. Everyone make their move on August 4th. For those of you in Germany, you can do the same. This is the address for the NBC Universal's headquarters in Germany. Send us emails, send us footage. Let us know if you plan to participate in this Confront NBC campaign. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for frequent updates. We regularly post live Periscope updates right here on our Twitter page. In addition to our Twitter account, where we will be streaming live from NBC headquarters, and Sibel Edmonds is going to give a speech in front of the headquarters. Be sure to follow us here on our YouTube channel. We're going to be uploading all kinds of footage right here. Newsbud would like to thank everyone out there who has contributed to this Confront NBC campaign.